This was me 1 week ago, the leanest and the fittest that I've ever been. And after 1 week in New York where I ate whatever I want and I didn't track a single calorie, well, it's safe to say that I got fat. So when it comes to losing weight, there are two main options that you have. And in this case, I'm going to be opting for method 2, given the situation that I put myself in. Method 1 is always what I'd recommend to people, including you watching this video right now, which is the slow and steady approach to weight loss. This method sees more of a gentle calorie restriction and moderate amounts of cardio. And this phase would usually last you around 8 to 12 weeks. And method 2 is actually something that I would not advise any of you to do because of its pretty big downsides, but it does have its uses in certain situations, mine being one of them. And this method is the aggressive or madman style of dieting. This method sees a harsher calorie restrictions and larger amounts of cardio. And I wouldn't run this phase anything over 4 to 8 weeks. Now, before we move on to my top nutrition tips, I have to warn you of the dangers of going with method 2. For one, it can completely ruin your relationship with food, which it did for me. It can increase your chances of binge eating. You can experience some pretty violent mood swings, and it can leave you feeling very tired and lethargic. So what are my top nutrition tips for both approaches? Well, first, we need to be tracking our calories using MyFitnessPal and weighing our food, obviously. And after that, we need to start eating low calorie, high volume foods, with meals having 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal. And one little bonus tip that doubled my progress along my last couple fat loss phases is pushing my meals back as far as possible. For example, I wake up at 6:30 to 7 in the morning. I'm not eating my first meal until 12. Now, this is different to intermittent fasting, but it's something that has worked for me. And if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to show you support and it really does help the channel. Thank you. So if you're like me, at this point, you're probably thinking, how on earth are we going to use up all of these extra calories that we've accumulated over the vacation period? And I have one word for you: exercise. Now, when we eat more calories than usual, we have a lot more energy than we usually would. So to use up all of that extra energy, we're going to be pushing to failure on every exercise in the gym. And for cardio, we're going to be walking a lot. We're going to be aiming for around 10,000 to 15,000 steps. And if that's just a little too much for you at the moment, feel free to do whatever comfortable for you. So now you know what approach that you're going for, some general nutrition and exercise tips. I'm now going to show you some of the meals that I'll be eating to shred some of that vacation fat. So I'm going to be eating 1,500 calories a day. And for breakfast, we're going to need something that's going to give us a ton of energy and keep us full throughout the day. So I'm opting for some 0% fat Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder and some fruits. And if you have the extra calories, you can add some toppings like peanut butter, syrup, and if you want, you can even mix in a little bit of cereal. For lunch, we're going to have a good old sandwich. 4 pieces of low calorie bread with some chicken, some ham, and a lot of greens. For dinner, we're going to have a massive salad consisting of spinach, protein dressing, and some ground beef. Now, there's no good dinner without a good dessert, and we're going to be having another Greek yogurt bowl consisting of some 0% fat Greek yogurt, a little bit of cereal, some berries, and some syrup. And for the calories that I have left over, I can have a little treat. So for me, this would be something like a hot chocolate. Now, if you remember at the start of the video, I mentioned that I'd help you shift your perspective for the next time that you slip up on your diet. And if you don't get this one thing in check, everything that I've just told you in this video is rendered useless. And my tip is stop being such a perfectionist. Life isn't perfect, so why wouldn't you expect your weight loss to be the same? Trying to be perfect puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on yourself that will increase your chances of failure. Trying to be a perfectionist almost ruined my weight loss transformation. So if you want to avoid some of the most common weight loss myths, I'd click here. And I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and I can't wait to see how far we can get together.